Absolutely high-tier logistical planning. Welcome back, everybody, to Prison Architect. First thing to point out, firstly, I came out of surgery 40 minutes ago, and I'm under a copious amount of anesthetic right now. So, firstly, if the prison goes wrong, technically not my fault. Secondly, I might sound a little bit weird as I try and talk here today. So, thank you all for the prison grades. We seem to be averaging about a B, judging by all of the feedback everybody's given. Everybody's saying I need to use staff. The big one was staff areas. I need to use those a lot more effectively. We'll get those set up as kind of our first port of call for today. And I need to redo the visitation. Those are two big things that we need to try and sort out here. Somebody was even saying, don't even bother giving visitation to Supermax, so I probably won't do that at all. And then after that, we'll hire some more guards, probably get a few armed guards too, and we'll use this area. Well, we'll actually open it up for business, because right now we've got 93 out of 270 in our prisoner capacity, because Supermax is basically empty right now, obviously, while I could wait and get your guys' feedback. One thing I want to do is block off a lot of these kind of cell blocks and divide them up a little bit. Because I think if we get a riot, this is all going to be obviously one big homogenous unit. And I think the worst case scenario is having all of these guys in together. It would be better, I think, to put some dividing walls in. Maybe even down like sections like this and cut these ones in half. Put some dividing walls in and allow it to be much easier to be controlled in the event of emergency. We'll see what happens there. Let's deal with the staff areas first, though. So that is under one of these, deployment. Right, so we want to say staff only. Where do we want to say staff only? Storage is probably quite an apt one. These outer walls, for sure, are just basically for patrol routes and shit. Oh, with the exception of this area, we're bringing in people from... Obviously, this is reception, right? So we've got to bring in people down through into the holding cells, but I assume making that staff only won't make any difference because they're being escorted by staff. And then we want to make sure all of this stuff is staff only, eh? There we are. Parole rooms are absolutely fine. We'll keep those as... Actually, I'm going to remove the security limitation on that. That way, if prisoners want to come in for parole... Because I'm thinking, obviously, this external wall, when we've got enough money, and I'll talk about that in a second. This is all going to be linked up. It's going to be like a great big kind of ring road around the whole thing to allow our people to get around the prison a little bit easier. It's obviously a lot more simple for a janitor to run from here to here going around the edge than it is trying to dodge through all of these buildings, right? So that was kind of the reasoning behind that one. Do we need to do anything else for staff only? Maybe the kitchens? I don't think putting maximum security, supermax security prisoners to work in kitchens is a good idea. Maybe medium security, not too bad. People are saying I'm being quite laissez-faire with medium security, that people would generally be a lot harsher on them. But to be honest, we're not getting any incidents in here at all. I've obviously done something... I've got the balance just kind of right with it, I think, where everybody's just happy. You know, they're just happy to kind of coexist. Sure, we'll kind of see if that can stand the test of time, but right now I'm happy to leave it. Power rooms, that's a good one to maybe mark as staff only, like this kind of area in particular. No, definitely not that. That's a bad idea. There we are. Right, let's go down to here as well. Set that as staff only. Good shit. And everything else I think is okay. Let's go maximum security only on basically all of this stuff at that point, right? This outer area. This outer area we could also set staff only, because I don't think any prisoners are going to be traveling down there, are they? No. It is only... It's meant as a path, like I talked about before, for the patrol dogs and things like that. Yeah, parole I want to keep... How are they going to get to the parole room, though? It's this outer, very, very outer wall we want to leave as open to everybody. So that way they can actually get into these parole rooms if they are, say, coming from a Supermax. They can walk around the edge here. I don't know if there's a way to particularly, like, escort them at all times around the premises. Doesn't really matter too much. So we can keep that as open. Just with the timing, I'll find a better way to do it. We can always divide up sections, too. So, say, like, divide up a section between that and the parole room and say all of this stuff could be forbidden, for example. But we'll worry about that kind of as we go. Again, I want to get this open and running so that we can start bringing in that juicy prison cash. So we've got one thing that I took here at the start, because I realized we passed this milestone. We got 200 inmates, so we were able to get the 100,000, and that's where that cash came from. I'm pretty sure we can we see any further back than that? No, that's it. That's a bit of a shame. But yeah, with that 100,000 we can use to kind of redesign these visitor rooms a little bit. So everyone's saying to be honest, everyone was saying for medium security as well. The visitor booths are fine, but again, I haven't had any incidents here. We've got metal detectors on the doors. We've got dogs patrolling, so contraband isn't so much of an issue as far as I can ascertain. Let's throw down, if we go into objects here, and let's go for our visitor booths. Where are they? Visitor booths. Right, here we are. So those, I assume, you just... Prisoner and visitor. So we put it that way around. And then, can we have multiple in the same room, or do we need to kind of wall off each section? I assume I can just run those down like that. And to be honest, we could smash this auto into one big building. I don't see why not. And if I push this wall back by a little bit as well, granted it's only going to sell a 1-by-1 passageway then, it would allow us to give an equal distance on both sides. 2 blocks either side for the prisoners, 2 blocks either side for the visitors, just to allow traffic to maybe clear up a little bit more. Especially because we're going to be cramming like, I don't know, that's got to be like 100 guys in there easily, right? We're cramming them in like sardines into maximum security, so they're probably going to need a lot of visitation rights. Let's do something like this. Let's go ahead and stick that down for a start. And then I think I'll, like I said, I think I'll expand out this outer wall as well. Might as well get in what we can here. Do something like that. That's pretty good. And then I'll bulldoze all this down. I might, while I'm doing this, want to stop visitation rights. I might even go ahead and do that now. It might piss them off, but I mean, hey, I'd rather be safe with these guys. Try and stop some escapees for that juicy bonus that we'll get. There we are. You guys can fuck off now if you don't mind. I've got a guard station here as well, because this tends to be quite a... I might have to get 2 guys down, especially with when we get like people patrolling through. You get lots of visitors, shit like that. Where are you guys going? Oh, you're going to the other parole rooms because they're expecting visitors. Oh no, they're medium security because these guys were in Supermax. Ah, got it. Okay, that's a good thing. Don't get me wrong. That right there is exactly what we wanted to happen. But for a second, then I fucked up traffic flow when I kind of changed all this room. I thought that they were like expecting visitors, and now they're going to the other one. No, it was the fact that those guys were obviously brought into this one as medium security as the bedrooms were built, and obviously I didn't limit it to start off with. Right, let's go ahead and demolish walls. Take out these inner walls here, and you know I'm gonna just demolish everything in here. Is there a way to just quickly dump a load of stuff? Because obviously all of these objects now I don't really need. I'm never going to use these tables again. Supermax, we won't get visitation rights. Criminally Insane might be a different story. I guess we could put them in storage, eh? Let's go ahead and dismantle all of these then. Okay, there we go. I think that's a little bit better. We can fit in, I mean, many. I'm not going to count them all up, but you can see that that's quite a bloody lot. Let's take a look at the staff areas again. So I just want to see if that's affected it at all now that we've got... Oh, no, I think that's okay. Yeah, I'm alright with that. And I like the idea of this inner circle being, again, for staff only, just to try and limit them down a little bit more. That works pretty well. That way they've still got access to the parole rooms, but they can't go outside of that. To be honest, what I might even do is extend the perimeter wall out around this and set this front area as all just staff only too. That way they won't just, like, say, I don't know, say they do make it out here, won't walk all the way across, or just make a break for it. On the subject of that, let's get this last bit of perimeter wall done now that we've got just a shitload of cash right now. And then when that's done, I'm more than happy to start maybe taking in some extra inmates. And then we've got to finish off, like, this area too. There we go. That should do it. I think that's going to be pretty damn secure. And again, we've got dog patrols going around the outside too, so it should be quite tricky to tunnel out from, I'm hoping. With the 2 perimeter walls and the kind of double-layered dog patrols. I mean, people are saying, you know, take a look at sniper towers. Now, I haven't actually used sniper towers before. Very, very briefly in that old prison we did where we had that kind of crazy little Supermax bubble. Or legendary prisoner, I should say, bubble. But I haven't actively put them into use and kind of see how they worked. So that'll be something to test out. I'm not really sure that putting them in the corners are optimal like that. People were saying what you can do is just buy these extra areas and not fill them with anything, so it's like a big kind of plains. That way they can just shoot the prisoners as they run, and it gives my sniper kind of plenty of time to draw a bead. Okay, I think that works pretty well. I should really set these down as max security. I assume I don't set that as max security, otherwise the visitors won't be able to get in? Maybe? I'm not entirely sure. It doesn't really matter too much. The visitors are going to have a very hard time, although we kind of need a way for prisoners to get out to parole, though, don't we? I could put a door there and have them come through here. That could work. And if we put another door there, then I can open it up for access. Like that. Yeah, that works out pretty well. That way they can still get to parole. And we can do the same thing, like I said, if we ever want to parole any Supermax, we just do the same thing where we draw a little corridor and let them run through there. That way they're a bit more contained, I think. Next thing we need to do. Somebody said that if we do employ staff areas, I will need to shake everybody down so that we can get staff keys, shit like that from them. So let's do that now before we bring in a bunch of prisoners, just so they're not, you know, obviously shaking down a load of people that we know aren't really going to have anything on them quite yet. Now, I might also employ a few more guards, too, because we're going to need I think probably quite a few armed guards patrolling this place, and then we'll also need to put down some walls as well. Let's go ahead and employ... How are we doing on that? I mean, the money is going to go up significantly when we bring in, like, 100 Supermax prisoners, right? So I think we can probably afford to go... Oh, man, we can't afford any armed guards right now. Let's be fair, I haven't really got the cash for anything. Well, let's just throw down another guard. Let's do another blue patrol around this one as well. So do something like that. I won't worry about deployment schedules or anything too much. I think as long as we hire enough guards, it shouldn't really matter, right? Do something like that. There we go. And then for internal, I think we'll have... Let's have a route going down Solitary. I guess through the canteen. And then go out into the yard. Do a lap of maybe the gymnasium. What a mess. And then, I'm not really so concerned. We could have the same person do the common room, but I feel like I want to assign many guards to the inside and not so many on the outside. So I think that'll do just to cover that area. And then in here, magenta patrols I'm using for inside, aren't I? Although I say that, we've got some people in the yard there too. Well, let's mess up the walls on this one. Or let's kind of mix that up a little bit. And then we'll be able to work out kind of what we're doing with that. So I want to break these cell blocks up. Maybe in the center? That's going to force those guys to go... Well, look, why don't we do that too? So this bit is all one cell block now. Yeah. So this is all one bit. And then... Let's do something like that. So this is all one bit, right? So let's put a block there too. And that's broken up into 3 cell blocks. I think that should work. The other concern I've got, I saw this comment on yesterday's episode that said that the TVs that we've got in their rooms might not work. I assume they would, because when we hover over it, you can kind of see that green area there. But somebody said because they haven't got anything to actually sit down on. I mean, they could sit on the toilet, but I guess that's not a thing. Because they haven't got anywhere to sit down, that they might actually be able to interact with that. We could bring the bed forward and put a chair there, because you see that is covered by the TV area. That would be the best way to do it, but I would also have to do that for like 200 cells, or 217 cells specifically. Which honestly just sounds like hell on earth. But if that's the only way to get these TVs working, so be it. 43 fucking cell phones. How are they getting them? Because we've got metal detectors up bloody everywhere, eh? I don't know how they're getting them. It must be coming from visitation. I guess it can only be coming in from here, right? Crazy. Alright. I would love to get that perimeter wall finished. But I think I'm just going to open the prison up now. And we'll see how it goes. And we'll use basically all the money we get from the incoming prisoners to hire guards and put them into a... My god, look at this tunnel that someone's dug. Wow. This is the glory of the perimeter walls. That even if they dig up to here, like, where the fuck are they going to go? Or are you going to go into another perimeter wall? And even then, they've got to go through, like, reception, I guess, is probably the quickest way at that point, eh? Let's go ahead and block that up so that we can get our full prison capacity. How many... We can only get 100 at a time, though, can't we? Maximum security, 24. Fucking hell. Filter 213. That's going to give us 24,000. On the plus side, I suppose it would be better to have it incremental rather than bring in, like, boom, here's 200 maximum security prisoners. Taking it in piece by piece here is probably a bit more reasonable. Oh, here they are. Look at the dollars. Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and hire a couple of armed guards to basically always be on patrol in the prison. I think that's a good idea. I mean, how many have I got on patrol in here? I think I've got 2 armed guards. We got 1 there. And we got 1 there. Right. So, yeah, 2 armed guards just to be internally is probably not a bad idea. I'm going to have to do a decent patrol route for these guys, though. Let's go ahead and hire a couple more. These guys are very expensive, aren't they? It's 500 or 350 per day. There you are. Expensive as all hell. Let's go for maybe like 5 more guards. What do you think? I don't think that's too much of a terrible ratio right now. How are we looking on needs? Everything's looking pretty good, to be honest with you. Everything's looking really good, to be honest with you. Look at that. How's food? Food is the only thing I'm a little bit concerned about. There's still people fulfilling that, so that's not really a... There we go. Look, there we go. Hey, good shit. Family is more being fulfilled than it is unsatisfied. Exercise is one of the bigger concerns, but that's just because they were obviously eating, so that's being fulfilled now. Look at this. This is going all right, I think. Luxuries are the real big one. Prison shop. Okay. Prison, can we maybe alleviate that by putting snack machines down or some shit? Because I do have 3 snack machines. Prison shop. I don't know if I trust maximum security with a bloody shop. That seems a little bit of a bad idea. I also think right now it's not bad enough where we have to worry about it. Like, 50 prisoners are concerned about it, 48 desperately want it fulfilled. I imagine a lot of that is contraband though, right? I assume by letting contraband in actively, we could mitigate a little bit of that. Maybe I won't do so many shakedowns, but obviously we want to stay on top of the weapons. Although with metal detectors sucking everywhere. I'll put a couple of metal detectors over the door here as well, I think. There we go. What a prison. How many are we expecting tomorrow? 33 prisoners are up for parole. 40 prisoners arriving at 8 a.m. Oh, we need to add some more parole slots, don't we? Because we've got all this area now. Hey, good shit. Let's go. Programs. And get them out as soon as possible so I can get some fresh ones in. Look at that. 8 parole slots. That's nice. So the deployment I've done in the prison is fairly straightforward. We got 5 guards in there. 3 unarmed, 2 armed. Bear in mind, the unarmed ones are armed with tasers anyway. We've got 2 armed guards in there. And then this is kind of route they're going. So we've got kind of cell block. This is our largest cell block, this one here. You can kind of see the layout there. And then we've got another fairly large cell block over in this direction. And then this one up here there's like this bit and then this bit in 2 separate areas. So that way if we get a riot, it should be a little easier to contain, I hope. Hopefully, hey, maybe we'll never find out. And that would be the best thing for it, I think. The food is the only thing I was concerned about. No, food is good as well. Food isn't a problem either. Shit. Well, we'll keep an eye on that, and we'll kind of watch the balance as we get more prisoners coming in. 40 coming in tomorrow, eh? Is that the maximum you can take in on one day? Yeah, available is 40. We're taking a bunch of medium security, but obviously I don't really want to do that. Supermax. Now, I'm going to have to go and... I think I'm going to go and look up, before I commit to building a Supermax area, I need to go and look up what that actually requires, what is recommended for a Supermax area first. You know, see if maybe luxurious cells aren't the way to go. Maybe smaller, more containable cells. Maybe even smaller cell blocks or less prisoners overall in kind of an area. Might even do something like medium security where we have 2 separate cell block buildings. Let's deploy 2 more armed guards in here. I've already paid for them. For some reason, that one doesn't want to join us. Oh, dog patrols too, right, around the edge. Let's go ahead and get a couple more of those down too. Look. 13,888 daily cash flow, 74k in the bank. I'm sure we can afford a couple of guys here to help keep things under control. Let's get a couple of dog units there. We can even get a dog unit actually inside the prison. I don't see why not. Let's go deployment, assign dog handler. Oops, let's go patrols and dog patrol. Let's get you on there. And then we want to go 1 and 2. Good shit. The suppression. Around 100 prisoners are suppressed at all times. We've only got 133. 8 armed guards are in service. They're not too happy about that. And 8 prisoners have been unnecessarily searched. 1 punishment has been handed down recently, but it's going pretty well. 2 prisoners even think they're well treated. Well treated? Yeah, okay, fine. We've only got 32 other prisoners up for parole now, so I see 1 person that just got paroled out then. Or maybe decided they want. Look at this guy. This absolute fucking unit in the boxing ring. I kind of want a doctor somewhere in this area. But I don't know where to put them. We could cut the gym down to size, take away one of the boxing rings, have an infirmary on this side. Is that a good idea? I think it's probably better than not having any... Let's go ahead and dismantle all of this stuff, because we could always use that elsewhere. But I think it's better than having no infirmary at all in this entire section, especially given that it is Supermax, and you kind of assume that there may be 1 or 2 incidents more than anywhere else in the prison. What's this guy? Why is he dressed so weirdly? Hello, an Illuminati extremist wants to hack into government databases and changing information for the benefit of the Illuminati. He's dressed so strangely. Hello, there's another guy down there too. Some of those weird high definition prisoners. Oh, he just killed the parole lawyer. Oh my god. Why did he do that? Well, that's fucked. Murdered by a prisoner with a fountain pen. Well. You know what we got to do now then, eh? Let's get down some metal detectors on. Again, I'm not entirely sure how we got the fountain pen through. One of those plastic fountain pens. Right, so we're having no more of that, thank you. No more stabbings in my parole rooms. Oh. Oh. Ah, no, hang on. No. That's the that's not the prison capacitor, is it? That's the staff capacitor. To be honest, I'm happy to do this. We're going to need it in the end anyway, so we might as well just get it out the way so we don't have inconveniences like this in the future. Then I think we should probably copy that over, shouldn't we, onto this side as well. Probably wouldn't be a terrible plan to get some utilities run out to that. There we are. Good as new. Metal detector down in front of our infirmary too. Let's go ahead and set that up there. It might not be a terrible idea to have guards in places like... Are you seriously only in the gym? Oh, no, he's patrolling. I guess he's just covering the whole thing. No, he is only in the gym, isn't he? Brother. What the hell's going on with that? Oh, it's recursive. Oh, yeah, look. He's walking the same route over and over and over and over and over. Oh, no, there we go. He's out. I don't know what the hell was going on there for a second. Resident needs are still very, very good. Again, everybody's sleeping right now. That's why hygiene bladder bowels are so high. But they don't want for anything. Even luxuries are doing okay. 36 prisoners want this need fulfilled. I'm going to go and Google very quickly how to fulfill luxuries. Prison architect. We'll see what we can find here. Prisoners constantly tantrum out luxuries. Okay. I've got a shop my prisoners still want luxuries. Here we are. Cell quality can affect luxury. Oh, is it luxury and not luxuries? No, this is definitely the, Somebody said we can also turn on cell ratings, which I'll probably take a look at some point. No, this is definitely purchasable items. I mean, I could have just one shop connected up to the entire outer ring that they could all go and visit, but I feel like it's a recipe for disaster. We'd have to get a couple of armed guards in there or something like that. The next big task is let's sort out this road, which is obviously a massive weakness in the prison right now. All it takes is one careless guard to leave that gate open for a little too long and the prisoners book it out. So we're going to get a big old perimeter wall. We're going to get a couple of road barriers, road blocks, something like that. What are they under walls and doors? Yeah, right, there we are. I guess just road gates wouldn't hurt, eh? Your road barriers. Only closes during lockdown. Not a terrible idea, but let's get a couple of gates down. That should stop almost all of our prisoners from escaping like they have been. I mean, I probably don't need a perimeter wall around the whole thing. Why don't we put down just some regular gates now? Oh, sorry, regular fences. Just to cover the rest of it. So we'll do something like that, and then we'll put down another gate. I've assigned a couple of road guards there as well, just to help speed things up. That's the only sacrifice I guess we're making there. It's going to make the prison entirely secure, but we do need a couple of guys just to keep an eye and make sure that the trucks can come through fairly safely. I think that's all right. To be honest, I think that's a good amount of progress, and I don't think I want to continue expanding out the prison or continue with maybe building a new wing until we've completely filled up maximum security. I want to be prepared and be capable of reacting to that as is necessary while we've got some money, you know? I don't want to suddenly start building a whole new cell block if we've still got pre-existing problems with the other ones. What are we looking like on the intake right now, eh? We've got 100 coming in. Oh, we've completely filled maximum security to capacity, have we now? Oh, we fucking have. We have indeed. Look at this, and I guess those empty cells are solitary? No? Can I see... Take a look here. Intelligence. No, what am I looking for here? Logistics. And then room quality. See, look, some of these don't actually count. I don't know why. Wood Redmond. Oh, they are filled. 12 out of 2. No windows. Oh, windows I can add on. Oh, yeah, all the cells are filled by the looks of it. Oh, these two aren't. I wonder why. 0 prisoners arriving at 8 a.m. Yeah, maybe I didn't do the logistics, the deployment properly. No, it is working. I don't know. I don't know why there aren't any people in there. They could be in the infirmary. They could be in solitary. I really have no idea. Well, that's a question for you guys then. Why aren't those 2 cell blocks filling up? That's the only thing I need to know, because these cells are, I believe, entirely empty. They certainly look very empty. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure with that one. Okay, well, we'll keep an eye on it regardless. Again, they could just be like in the infirmary. They could be at parole. Not this hour, surely. I'm not entirely... Maybe they escaped. No, they wouldn't have escaped. I'm not entirely sure. For some reason, we haven't got this filled up, and maybe we just missed a little extra capacity. Maybe they paroled out after that, or I'm not entirely sure. Doesn't really matter too much. It's only a couple of cell blocks at the end of the day. So we can take in a bunch of medium security, right? 62. Shit, we got that many... Yeah, look at these medium security rooms we've got free. I guess we've paroled them out. Hey, get them in then. And there it is, my friends. Maximum capacity. We've got 1 max security guy coming tomorrow, but we have a Where the fuck do you think you're going? Where's it? Was he running away? What the hell's he doing? Oh, he's getting parole immediately? You only just fucking turned up? Wait, unless he was just walking past as the bus arrived. Well, anyway, there we go. 100% prison capacity now. We are looking like 92 prisoners say that, or 92 prisoners say they're well treated. 140 are suppressed. 1 has a serious complaint. 8 armed guards are in service, and 21 prisoners have been unnecessarily searched recently. We are pulling in 28,000 a day. We have 138k in the bank. Tell me how I'm doing. Let's leave it there for today. You know, medical complaints aside. I want to know how I'm doing before I move on to another cell block anyway. I know I just want to start working on it, you know, kind of gung-ho here. Tell me where I'm going wrong. Tell me what I'm doing wrong. Give me a grade. Let's make this prison incredible. I think it's not a bad start. Again, especially judging by the needs. I think we are absolutely on top of that. Luxuries is the only thing I've really got to try and tackle. Besides that, everything is good. Everything is good. Everything is fine. So that's where you guys come in. See if you can find some holes in the system. See if you can find some things that need to be patched over. Thank you, in the meantime, to the patrons for making this episode possible in the first place. Again, apologies for talking a little bit strangely today. Half my face is numb, although I will admit the anesthetic is wearing off and now is only blinding pain. Thank you to Retile, Velpy, Tompash, Udric, Spraycand, Elite IMP, Feral Hellscat, King Snitch Gaming, Cyric Through and 3, Goatfather, K, Dante Mordecane, Aromatic Fool, and Ex-Dr. Don MD for their support, the executive producer tiers over on Patreon. Without those guys, I would not be here recording these episodes with or without surgery. So a big thank you to those guys for making the episode possible in the first place. And a thank you as well to Fluxmarsh, Alex Schultz, Matteo, Bordoon, Major Mythical, Kippos, Warsheep, Mountain Cadalbe, Larry the Emu, Mystic, 370, Cass, Stalker, Pepe, Hawkin, and Moondoggy as well for their support. See you guys all tomorrow with hopefully something I can work on.